Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So everybody, this is my October 2025 Wednesday series video number 3B. That means I will be focusing on the wonderful Scenic pumpkin patch. Da-da-da! Yes, my good friend Lori, she found this for me, and I am so thankful because it is so adorable. And I'm going to be bringing in some other retired things to make this cute little Halloween gift card holder card. So I hope you like what I've come up with. I think it's kind of cute. It's for Hank, by the way. So I'm using Hallows Night Magic, right? I'm using this one. The night, there is magic in this night. Happy Halloween, these two, okay? And the dies, which were called Halloween Magic dies. We're also bringing in, believe it or not, yes, Grow with Love. I hope by doing this, by mixing and matching so many things, you might see possibilities in the things that you have at home. So I'm using the Grow with Love label stamp here, and it's coordinating die, and then the envelope die. All right. So that's what I'm using with those. And this was a wonderful set from Joanne, who I was so surprised to get this. That was like, oh my gosh, so wonderful. So what I have for you is I have a card base, prep work, right? So my card base, this card base is 5.5 by 8 scored at 4. So it's that narrow inch smaller. And it's because, guys, this is, I'm looking for my little eraser, but my little tin that holds my stuff is gone. I moved it and I can't find where I moved it to. Oh, there it is. Anyways, so that some things picked up on my desk here. And while I'm saying this, there is a terrible, I'm recording this, of course, at the very end of September, so that I have my videos up and everything. And there is another wildfire here near us. Tunnel Creek, something like that. Anyways, and the smoke is so bad they canceled the football game. Tonight was Pee Wee night at the high school football game. Kids were all excited. Hank had his friends staying the night. We were all heading over there. And it's been canceled because that's how bad the smoke is. I mean, it's really bad. But here I am. Hank's in there playing, having a great time. I'm out here playing too. I'm having a great time as well. So, card base. 5.5 by 8, scored at 4. You can do 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's just you're going to need to add that little extra. So, let's go over to layer number 1. That is 4 by 5.5. Layer number 2 is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. That's the difference. So if you were doing a regular card, let's say, trying to find, thank you Phyllis, the Sharpies are wonderful. So a regular card, 5.5 by 8.5, right? Layer number 1 would be 4 1/4 by 5.5. My layer number 1 is 4 by 5.5. So layer number 2 for a regular card would be 3 3. Oh, it would be 4. Sorry, it would be 4 by 5 1/4. So mine, however, is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's the only difference. Everything else would be identical to what I'm doing. So hopefully that, if you are confused, hopefully that clears it up. So I am using some Gorgeous Grape DSP. It's retired, and some black cardstock for layers 1 and 2. Now I die cut my envelope out of some pumpkin pie, right? DSP, really cute. But it alone, if you fold this envelope as it's supposed to be, that gets kind of lost. So herein comes in this little bit of black to save the day. And we can do it askew, cockeyed, as I always call it. This would be, I would say, 3 by 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and lay this one. I want to put this up on dimensional, so we're going to wait. So we have our little envelope here, right? And all you have to do is fold it in. Now I don't want this to be an envelope you are going to have to open from the back. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do about that. This is going to be just a pull out. So this has got to get glued completely down or cut off. And I decided I was just going to glue it down. That everlasting bottle of Tombow, they always send to do that. So now we're going to seal up our envelope. So it doesn't matter which one, the top or the bottom. I'm going to add some glue here. And I'm going to put one down. And then I'm going to add some glue here and right here. And that's going to seal my envelope. So now I have this nice little pocket, right? And this pocket is going to hold a gift card, cash, money, whatever it is you want. I'm looking for my gift card. I have this gift card to just give you an example of one from Walmart. See, it's going to hold that nicely. Now, this is done with, do you remember the silver ink? The same maker is Tombow. This was in my case, by the way. I'm using things that were already there. Where is that silver stuff? Oh, here it is. Okay. No, it's not by the same maker as this Tombow. I don't know what I think. This Delicata. This is what I used to stamp this. So this is not embossed. It looks like it, but we used to sell this in the catalog, the Delicata. Oh, it's by the same makers as the Memento right here. So this is that silver Delicata. That's what it looks like to me anyways. So this is just going to go onto my gift card. We're going to put a little bat here, and I'm going to show you. I actually had these. Are actual extra ones that were already in my, see, here's a bat. These were already in here. I didn't have to do any extra. It was so great. Here they are. So I had this that I could die cut, and I had some bats here, right, that I could use. I even have a little trim here. Oh, maybe we'll use that. I'm going to slide this back in here. I don't think they stay in there very well, but anyways, this was already stamped and done, and I was like, bingo, I can use that. I was looking for a tiny little bat to go on this card, and I started looking through my Halloween. So maybe we'll use a little strip of this. I don't know. We'll have to see, because I think that's just going to get lost. Maybe we'll do it like that. We'll have to see. But see how nice that is? So this is all going to slide into here. Like that. Now I am going to use a little scrap of black paper and make like a little pull tab for my gift card. So, oops. My black paper is no longer on that side. I'm like, wrong. It's not there. You think it's there, but it's not. And you're kidding me. I don't have, oh no, it's early espresso. Yes, it is there. I have really thick black on the left and regular black on the right. So I just want to make a little tab, a little like pull tab that I can attach to my gift card. So this is 3/4 of an inch by 4, and I'm just going to fold it in half. You could score it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to go like this. Now I'm going to attach, let me put the black folder out of my lap, that might make it easier. I am going to attach this to here on this way. I'm just seeing how far that goes in. So I need it about a thumb's. I just need enough sticking out there. So we're going to do this like this. Add a little, any glue will do. We'll use the Tombow if we have to. I just need enough to stick out the end so you can tell that there is something to pull. All right. Now that that's starting to be attached, I'm going to add a little bit more there. And then what I am going to do, I am simply going to add a little glue dot right to the back of this. We'll just do it so I can demonstrate this. Those are not the glue dots I want. And yes, am I picky? Sometimes I do get in my little, I know there's one that started and I just want to use it up. And the pokey tool. All right, so I am going to add a glue dot here. And that way, now, of course, when I do give this to Hank for Halloween, I will have to, but now it'll pull out. So I'm going to stick that in here, right? So now you can see there's this little tab here. And we have this silver bat, which I thought would look really cute attached to here. And we're going to attach him with a dimensional portion of one, maybe. That'll also make that a stopping point. And we'll wait to get our picture on there. So we're going to set all of that aside because now we're going to stamp. Now we're going to make a mini little scene. And I have a sample to show you. Want to look at how cute this is. And yes, these can be birds or bats. It's the closest thing I had, and they're all from the pumpkin patch. Let me show you how I did this. So I stamped. I have one rolling around. Here it is. So I already stamped and die cut, and I stamped it in Gorgeous Grape. Then I used a little tiny circle punch. And I don't mind doing this again. I'm going to go ahead and punch a Post-it note. Punch the side that's sticky. And I'm going to stick it about where I want the moon. Now, you're going to need this again because you're going to need to poke a hole farther in because that's going to be how we're going to do the yellow. But we'll use that in a minute. So first things first is I want to put some color on here, and I have some Gorgeous Grape. I love these, Tammy, by the way. Love, love, love these. I need to get more. Okay, so here we go. Gorgeous Grape. And believe it or not, I'm going to use some Secret Sea because I got that little spot in the August 2025's Paper Pumpkin. I just need to move a few things here. Oops, and I don't want that closed. I want the lid. I'm just going to pick up ink here. And the dogs are going nuts. My dear hubby is having to replace the steps, all of them, on the front porch. So, just going to give it... Now I'm going to darken it and darken the bottom by adding a little bit of Secret Sea. And I already have some on this. So let's see if I need... It's a very, very dark blue, but we're going to need to add a little more. And I'm going to use my glass mat. I'd rather add a little at a time because this got a little darker than I wanted. I'd rather add a little bit of ink than add too much. See how you get the difference? And then, oh, that is really good. That's really good. I'm going to go a little bit more down here. And I think we'll do a little bit more of the, because these were out on my desk. Why would I use those colors? Oh, because I could, and they were right here, right? So here's the gorgeous grape. I'm trying to get a little bit darker line through there. And like I said, I don't mind adding a little bit of ink layer by layer, but I think this is, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is much better than my sample. This was a hurry up, let me see what I can look at. I really like that. So it's light a little bit and a little bit darker there. I'm going to take this a little bit, I'm going to just huff on this and see if I can get a little bit more ink from it. Oh, one of those needs to come off. Yes, really, really, really nice. Yes. Hank's friend, I told them, I said, boys, I'm doing a video. You have to be a little bit quieter because they are roughhousing in there, tackling each other. They're crazy tonight. They are crazy. They're missing. They were all, you know, hoping to go out to the football game. See, we have our moon, and you could leave it white, but I wanted to add some yellow. So I'm going to take my Post-it note, stick it on my moon. Now this is crushed curry, and I'm just going to huff on this. I'm not going to add ink, and I'm just going to tap it. I want a yellow. You could do a little bit of orange, right? You can flip it up and see how light or dark you want that. But I want a yellow moon. I just want more color. I think that's really cool. And I could actually move, there's a little bit of a halo there. I bet I could add a little orange to that. Let's see. This is crushed curry. I'm looking for the pumpkin pie. No. I have two of the sames. I wonder what all those are supposed to be. I wonder if we add a little red. Where's the pumpkin pie? Crushed curry. Oh, pumpkin pie. It's in the brights now. So I'm going to take this and just brush a little, giving hopefully a little bit of orange to my moon. Look at that. We did it. Ah! Oh, so cool. All right. I am so ecstatic. Okay, so now we have these little trees, and I'm going to use the Secret C because it's dark enough, but it's not a black, but it sure is a dark color. And I'm going to use this for these little trees from the Scenic Pumpkin Patch. I'm telling you, these, I am just over the moon. So I'm going to start here. And I didn't even use a Stampin' Pierce map, but that's okay. They're so tiny. And these, I'm going to overlap these two here. All right. And then I'm going to space the next one out a bit. I'm still going to connect the bottom here. All right. Well, I absolutely think this is adorable. Now, this is the stem for the pumpkin, everybody. Let me show you. There is this single stem right here if you have this stamp set. So cute. I almost went with the pumpkins, and then I thought, let me do something you may not think I would be using. So that's why I went with the trees. Now I can do this one like it's diving down, right? Because for me, this is a bat, right? I'm going to do this one at an angle so they look like they're diving. They're catching bugs. We have these little bats. We named our little neighborhood bats. We named them Toothless, Stormfly. What's the other? Meatlug or something is one. And what was the other one he named? Hank named the other one. I don't remember the fourth one from How to Train Your Dragon. So we named our little bats that are outside, and they come out at dusk, and you can see them. You can hear their little wings flapping. They're so adorable. And there's my little scene. I think we'll go ahead. Oh, I love that little bit of orange on the moon. So I hope you guys like this, because I think it's just adorable. Just adorable. Yes, I'm going to layer this one up now on top of this one. Why? Because I can, and that way it doesn't go to waste. I mean, it's just going to give it a little extra oomph. So we have our gift card pull, right? This is just going to go right there like it's supposed to. Now, all of this, here's my little tab, and here's that silver bat, which was already done, so it was like a bonus, right? And that's my little pull for the gift card. And now I'm going to put that on the black. I mean, even that is just strikingly adorable. So we're going to glue this down. My hands are going to be so sticky here in a minute. There really isn't much. I was like, can we add that? But there's really not much to add. I mean, unless I want to add this little strip like right there. I could do that. Okay, we're going to do that. So I am going to look at where to place, because this is just an extra piece. I'm trying to see where it would work. I think right there. All right. So I am going to place glue right in here. Just using bits and pieces that I already have had done. You could do this for fall. You don't have to do it for Halloween, but I think it's absolutely just adorable. And I think Hank will get a kick out of it. So I am going to cut straight-ish, hopefully. I'm almost thinking I need to take it to here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to leave that as it is. And then take this one off there, and this off there. And now I use that piece, and it's been years. Oh, that looks so good. I don't need to put that on dimensionals. I was going to set that. Oh, why not? Why? Because we can. And it's not getting mailed. It's not going anywhere. It's just for Hank. Right? It's for my grandson. I'm putting lots of dimensionals on it because with Hank, yes, it's going to need it. And he is going to, because he has to earn things now. I think it's a good responsibility to earn things. He's going to be sanding my front porch. So my hubby, dear Papa, can stain it. It's covered. And it's cedar. It's like this thick slabs, but it needs to be sanded so we can stain it. Papa's replacing the steps. The last time we built that porch when my daughter was pregnant with Hank. So it's time. So we could go at an angle, which actually that is really cute. Okay. I don't usually do that. And then I have this great big bat to put in this side over here. In the corner. Look at that. So this now will pull out. There is magic in this night, right? Go back in. It does get caught on that little bit. I'm not liking that it's getting caught, but there we go. Now it's in. So now we got to do the inside. Okay? Yes, you know we're going to do the inside. I originally die cut these from the set to do these bats, but they didn't go. Those little stems work perfectly. So these will have to be for something else. But let's go ahead and stamp the inside. Now I do have, let's see. This is left over from my 6x6 piece of DSP. Thank you, Phyllis, because this is one of the pieces Phyllis sent me. We could put this down here, but I'm kind of I really want to stamp the little trees. And I want to put this open if you dare on my envelope. And I do have Happy Halloween from the Hallows Night Magic, right? This is what I'm going to use for the inside. So I don't need a Stampin' Pierce mat. These are red rubber, which sadly is no longer. I'm looking for the spot. Covered it up. I go out to tell my husband, my hubby dear, I'm like, I will come help you, with the porch. There's no Pee-wee night tonight. He's like, no, go do your stamping thing. If I need you, I will holler, or I will get Hank and his buddy can help me with these heavy slabs of wood. Look at that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So, Stampin' Pierce mat now, right? Now she brings it in at the end. Yes, I just want to make sure my trees are really well stamped. There's one, and I'm going to do that same pattern. So I'm going to do the two sets of trees together, really close. And then I'm going to do one apart, and I'm going to put it over on this side. I know on that little space it didn't look, but I'm going to put this one over here. Cute, right? And I wish I could put one of those little bats I die cut. Oh, I have a medium because there's 3 sizes, but I only die cut 2. So we can do this little bat, the big bat up here, and the little one down there for the inside. That'll be cute. Stickiest glue in the world, I'm telling you. But I have OCD problems. I know I do. You can go ahead and laugh, because yes, I have the need to use this bottle until I can't use it anymore. And it's just who I am. It just has to be used. And let's go ahead and stamp our envelope here. And open if you dare. Which, oh, Hank would dare. I know I've probably told you guys this before, but I have told him, if you had a friend that told you to go jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? And he looks at me and he says, it depends on how high. And he starts to explain, because you can survive off a bridge up to 60 feet tall, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that is not the response I wanted. When you say that to a kid, if your friend started you jump off a bridge, would you go jump off a bridge? So the answer is, would Hank go jump off a bridge? Yes, if it was under 60 feet, he would do it. So that kind of reasoning does not work with him. It does not work with him at all. It backfired. It backfired on me. It might have worked with my children and his mother, but it did not work with him. So I hope you guys like what I came up with using. We're focusing with the Scenic pumpkin patch for my for my bee cards for the month of October. And I just think that was so cute. And I'm really happy with using this as a little bat, or you can say maybe a bird, but that little scene there. And then of course I did bring in my very retired Hallows Night Magic and my other gift, because Lori got me the Scenic pumpkin patch and Joanne gave me the Grow with Love bundle, and I used the label here stamp with the envelope, and then I used the die as well. So I will take these off and put those over by my die cutting machine, and these can go back in their thing. But I hope you guys really like what I did, because I think it's just adorable. Best thing is that several pieces were already done for me, so that was a bonus. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you come back and visit me soon here in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.